Washington, I'm Brett Baer. Almost a quarter century of presidential experience assembled today at the White House. President Bush was joined by his 3 living predecessors, along with the man who will succeed him in less than 2 weeks. And while the current and former leaders could afford to reminisce, the future president had some present-day challenges on his mind. Correspondent Major Garrett has our story.
I want to thank the president-elect for joining the ex-presidents for lunch. One message that I have, and I think we all share, is that we want you to succeed.
President-elect Obama requested the ultimate power lunch, and as the mystic arc of presidential history would have it, this gathering was overshadowed by an economic crisis and bloody unrest in the Middle East, just as a deep recession and the assassination of Egyptian President Anwar Sadat served as the backdrop for the last such gathering of living ex-presidents in 1981 under President Reagan. Mr. Obama, knowing he has no other choice, embraced the coming council of his predecessors and spoke optimistically about the burdens he's about to bear.
All the gentlemen here understand both the pressures and possibilities of this office. And for me to have the opportunity to get advice, good counsel, and fellowship with these individuals is extraordinary, and I'm very grateful to all of them.
But gratitude, of course, has its limits. Mr. Obama cannot relish the reality of a massive deficit spelled out in a new report today.
The deficit we are inheriting from this budget year will be $1.2 trillion.
The Congressional Budget Office said the trillion-dollar deficit amounts to 8.3% of GDP, or gross domestic product, and that new stimulus spending will send the deficit even higher. The highest deficit America has run since World War II as a percentage of GDP was 6.4% in 1982, that occurring in the depths of the Reagan recession. An Obama-era deficit that could exceed 9% of GDP frightens conservative economists, but even one of Reagan's top economic advisors says Washington simply must spend more.
It pains me to say that because I'm a fiscal conservative who dislikes budget deficits and dislikes increases in government spending.
Eager to signal he will do something to restrain future spending, Mr. Obama named management consultant and former Clinton Treasury official Nancy Killefer to a new position, performance officer. Her job, weed out wasteful federal spending.
Nancy is an expert in streamlining processes and wringing out inefficiencies so that taxpayers and consumers get more for their money.
Well, the president-elect is very optimistic about setting this new chief performance officer in motion, but one of the things the Obama transition is learning is it's easier to say that than to actually do it. They haven't yet figured out if this position is going to be created by legislation, which means we'd have to wait until Congress sends the president-elect or the president a bill to sign, or if they're going to do it by executive order. So to have a chief performance officer, you first have to learn how to perform to achieve it. They're working on it. Brett?
I bet. Major, thanks. A report by the payroll firm ADP says private employers cut 693,000 jobs in December. That was up from 476,000 positions eliminated